No, good. That's it. Hey. Yeah, I didn't see Margaret yet this morning.
You guys come here. No. Come here. Jenner. Come here. You guys getting ready to go? My inspiration.
I want to welcome you on behalf of St. Johns County and St. Augustine Beach.
Thank you. It's
I
nice
want
to be
to
here.
welcome you to St. Augustine, St. Johns County, and to Florida, and the termination point of this long trek you've been on for the last 2 months. You left what, March 1st?
March 2nd.
March 2nd?
Yes.
It's been a long journey.
It's been a very long journey. Very fun, exciting, ups and downs, and
Yeah, I'm sure it has been. Well, I'm Bill Dudley. I'm the chairman of the Veterans Council for St. Johns County, and only had just a few days to try to pull this together.
Tracy, my name is Margaret.
hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I just want to thank you so much and recognize this great achievement you've made. Your journey from San Diego to here, St. Augustine Beach, in order to draw attention for the Gary Sinise Foundation. I looked it up and it's a wonderful foundation and it does so much for our defenders, our veterans, our first responders, and all our service personnel. And their motto, I loved it. While we can never do enough to show gratitude to our defenders, we can always do a little more. And Tracy, my goodness, you've done so much more. Over 3,000 miles.
Yes.
And you've met your goal of over $25,000 in donation. And remember, we can do a little more.
Tracy, Carlos, and I stand here representing the city of St. Augustine, proudly welcoming you to our city and to our beach community as well. It's a small memento of our city. It's our city pin. We hope you'll wear it proudly. And again, thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I just want to thank everyone for showing up. It's great to finally be in St. Augustine. When I started this journey, I never thought I would finish it. Except breaking it down into pieces made it a reality that I could do it. When I got out of Texas, I pretty much knew I would be able to do it. It seemed like it was Texas. And then when I started seeing the welcome to Mississippi, welcome to Louisiana, I'm like, I got this. I can do this. There were days I wanted to give up, and I thought of my 2 sons, and I always told my kid, you do 110% in everything you do. And I would sit on my bike, and I would be like, why do you want to give up? You're not hurt. You know, you're pedaling, you're moving, you're going. You know, and then I would think, you're doing it for Gary Sinise, you're doing it for people, you know, for RISE programs and for veterans and for first responders, and that's what kept me going. On the long days where I had 80 miles to go, I think of it's not 80 miles, it's 20 miles. It's 20 miles, it's 20 miles, and then it's 5 miles, it's 5 miles, and then it's like, okay, this day's over, let's look at the next day. And all I could say, I kept pedaling and made it, and met a lot of wonderful people across the way that took me in their homes and gave me money throughout the way and said, here, how do I donate? And people were giving me, I went to one hotel and somebody left me at the front counter some Tide Pods, dryer sheets, and a roll of quarters so I could do my laundry going away. So it was just little things like that that kept me going and kept me encouraged, and meeting people along the way. And I look on my Facebook page and their kind words and what I was doing and stuff. So for the last week I've been in tears, and I told myself I'm not going to cry today, so I'm going to try not to cry today. I still got to dip my tires, and I know I'm going to cry. But I've been able to raise over $25,000 for Gary Sinise. I want to try to double that before I close my event. And I'm in St. Augustine.
You're in St.
I don't have to say El Paso's next and Austin's next and Baton Rouge is next. And
So with that, I would like to present you this morning to the Gary Sinise Foundation a check for $500 from the
Tracy, I'm Kurt Nexel. I'm president of Riders Chapter 113 who brought you in here, also Department second place in Florida. This is past National Riders President of the Nation. We would also like to present you a check for $250 for your company. Thank you very much.
Face of accomplishment. I'm here, man. It's like all the weight in the world is just lifted from my shoulders. I don't have to get on my bike tomorrow, Lord. That's it. Tomorrow will be a weird day. Yeah. Your muscles will thank you.
It's going to be a weird couple weeks after getting on my bike and everything,
Right.
And then all of a sudden it's going to be like, I don't have to get on my bike anymore.
Now what do you do?
Yeah. And then my legs are going to be like, yes, you need to get on your bike. My legs are going to start like.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Of all the days you were biking, a total, how many days were you biking? Probably?
47.
47?
Out of like 54.
And which you think was the hardest day?
The hardest day was going to the Three Twisted Sisters in Texas.
Oh wow! And what made that arduous?
The winding curves, the no shoulders, the hills, and there was actually like 13 motorcyclists killed between 2006 to that date.
Wow! So
so I ended up walking up half of it. It happened to be on Easter Day.
Oh wow!
They couldn't get contact with me because I had no phone service, so they were freaking out.
Oh wow!
I think it's the only day I didn't have phone service.
Wow! Wow!
So.
All right.
But no, I ended up walking up 2 of the mountains.
And is this your best day?
That was my worst day. That was one of my days. I got to the lodge that I was staying at, walked inside, and then just actually started crying.
Oh wow!
And it was one of those days that it's like, why am I doing this? I'm ready to go home. I'm done.
Right, right.
And then it was like, you're not hurt. There's nothing wrong with you. You just had a bad day. Tomorrow will be better.
Right.
Get on your bike and go.
So would you say a trek like this is not only physically demanding, but it's emotionally draining?
I would probably say it's more mental and emotional than it is physical.
Right.
Because a hill, there's the top of the hill. You can walk it.
Right.
If you need to. Mentally, it's mentally with you. You can't get rid of it.
Right.
You know, you see a hill, it's like, okay, well, I can't ride it. I'll walk it.
Right.
I get on the top, I'll ride down, and that's it.
Right. Yeah.
You know, the days when you're out there by yourself, mentally, it's like, you can't change that.
Right.
There's nothing you can do about that.
Right. A runner once told me it's It's the mind you got to control, because the body will follow the mind if the mind has made its determination that it's going to do it, you know. And I guess, yeah.
So the physical part, you can get through it.
Right.
One way or another.
Right. Okay. Well, welcome to St. Augustine.
Thank you.
There's so many people. They're so proud of you right now.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.